What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video where today I'm going to talk about the one time I got into a fight in middle school. I know that sounds absolutely insane. What could I have done to get into a fight? However, let's just say I did something very, very innocent. And okay, not gonna lie, it wasn't pretty innocent, but I kind of deserved the fight. But at the same time, it wasn't that big of a deal, I should say. So it should be entertaining for you guys. I made for a story. So let's get right into it. And if you guys enjoy, hit the like and subscribe, and let's get straight to it. I was in seventh grade, and for you guys who don't know, during back then, I believe this was like what 2018, 2019. I might be wrong on those dates. However, that was back in within those days. And during this time, if you guys remember, for those who were around, I think there was something called necking. Like when you like slap someone behind the head if they had like a shitty haircut or they got a fresh cut. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you guys can possibly relate to this story in a sense. So basically, it's in the middle of class, and there's this kid named I'm gonna call him. What should I call him? I'm gonna call him Sausage. Like he was a pretty big kid. He had some sausage fingers. So me and Sausage, we weren't friends, I should say. Like we were more accomplices. We got along. We need to get along. We played some Fortnite together here and there. But he really wasn't that close of a friend of mine, and he always had issues with everybody in the class. He would always fight about things. He would always argue with people. He would always roast people for no apparent reason. He also had like a tendency of like making fun of females sometimes because of the bodies, but like he was just like he wasn't a shitty guy, but he was a shitty guy at the same time. He was just doing those things to get attention, I should say. However, all this started because he had a birthday party, and let's just say like nobody went to his party, and he had like this whole thing of saying that, yeah, I'm not going to invite you, dude, like you're not going to come, but all your friends are going to come. Rubbing it in my face, basically saying I wasn't invited. And so let's just say that the day came of his birthday party, only one person showed up. It was kind of embarrassing. But low key, I felt bad for the guy. But for his birthday, he had a nice cut. I can't lie, I kind of liked the cut. I was pretty jealous. Back in the day, he had a little star on his side of his head. I thought that shit looked tough, if you know what I mean. However, so let's say he's sitting like down talking to a teacher. We're messing around, and he always had a tendency of necking people, and I mean like he would neck everyone. Like if you were sitting eating lunch, if you were doing your work, he will come up behind you and slap the living shit out of your neck. However, he only did it to, the guys, because obviously you wouldn't hit a female, that'd be going a little bit too far. And I feel like he would have gotten, expelled from that if he would have done that to a female. However, let's just say that he did it to me like 2 days ago, and I was gonna get my get back, like I couldn't let that slide, I had to get my get back. Was it mature? No, it really wasn't mature. However, little me thought that, what, this is gonna be the best way to get him back. He's distracted and he's talking to a teacher. Well, as he's sitting down, like facing the teacher, the teacher decides to turn around, and as he like teacher turns around, I decide to neck him. But thing is, I was very careful with it. Like I didn't slap the back of his head that hard. Like I gave him a little, little love tap, saying, "Hey man, like I'm gonna get you back for what you did to me the other day." And when I tell you, this man looked at me like if I just insulted his mom, like I just told him that his mom smells like sausages or something or anchovies. This man looked so offended. Like God forbid that this man ever gets touched again by me. This man was horrified by my presence. And so as he looks up at me, he is mad. And so I'm walking away. Like I just did my deed. It is what it is. And so all of a sudden, my friend looks at me and he points behind me. I'm like, gee, maybe the teacher caught me. It is what it is. I'm about to get in trouble. And ladies and gentlemen, when I turn around, all I see is a 250 Samoan staring at me, looking like red as a bull, ready to charge at me. Was I scared? Not really, but I was like more like confused on why he was so mad. Because in my head, I was like, wait, that's something we all do to each other. Like, why would he get mad? And I'm not trying to say I was like this whole tough guy in middle school. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I was really skinny. I was like a steak back then. However, like, I wasn't too scared because at the end of the day, it was a game we all played. However, as I'm looking at this game, I'm like, hey man, like sausage, calm down, dude. Like it's not that deep. It was a game, like we're all joking around. And he comes up to me, he's getting in my face. However, he's not saying anything to me. But I see that his fists are balled up and he's like sizing me up. I'm like, bro, please don't swing. Please do not swing. Since I knew that, he was a bigger person, but I knew in my head if I grab him and I put him in a grapple, he's gonna fall to the floor and he's not gonna be able to get up. So what he does, I mean, he charges at me in a sense. He tries to like tackle me, but I put him in that hold. And when I put him in that hold, he starts to squeal. Man is saying some weird things coming out of his mouth. I swear this man was possessed by Satan himself or something from the noises he was making. And all I hear is the teacher turn around and be like, let go. And so, instinctively, as the teacher, I don't want to get in trouble, even though I was already in trouble. I let go of Sausage. And Sausage stands next to me. He's embarrassed. I basically won that fight. Well, it wasn't even a fight. However, I beat him in a sense. And as the teacher's talking to us, she's in shock. She's like yelling at us, something goes, why did we do that? Like, what happened? And ladies and gentlemen, as I am distracted, this man decides to punch me behind the head. And that could explain a lot, but we're not going to get into that. Anyways, as he punched me, I looked at him and I was so ready to lift this guy up and just slam him. However, my friend comes behind me. He decides to like hold me. He's like, dude, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And so now I am pissed. But obviously I calm down quickly. And Sausage is like so pissed. He is like, just wait till we leave school, this, and that. And the teacher says, you're not leaving right now. Your guys are sitting down, and she decides to call one my math teacher, I believe. And thing is, I had a really good relationship with my math teacher. So when she comes in, she's like, "Who was it?" And she looks at all the the bad kids. And when she finds out it was me, she looks at me. She's like really disappointed. I was pretty upset. I didn't like it when teachers were disappointed in me. I was, you could say I was a teacher's pet, but not really at the same time. But it is what it is. And so obviously we gets into the office and we have to write a report. Like if you guys don't know where I'm from, you basically do have to write a report whenever you get into a fight. Like it doesn't matter who started it or if it was self defense, everyone gets in trouble. However, we wrote the report, my mom was called, and let's say when my mom gets down to the office, she is pretty pissed off. And I got the whole lecture of I send you to school to get an education. I don't want you fighting people. Like what happened? But like once I explained to her like the whole situation, she was still pretty upset that I still went out of my way to get back at him. She told me like I should have been more mature. I shouldn't have done that. And I got the whole lecture. But hey, at the end of the day, I still went home. I still got on my PlayStation. I still had a good time. And I think I got suspended for like 4 to 5 days, which was kind of stupid. And I was pretty upset because during that time we had, I think it was like a field day, and I kind of already paid for that. I didn't get my refund because my school was kind of stupid. But it is what it is. However, if you guys want more content like this of me, getting into arguments or me fighting people, I do have a couple more. I'm pretty sure I got into a fight with a teacher at some point. I was about to screw up. However, that's a whole different story time for later. But if you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please comment sausage down below. That helps me out. But yeah, like I said, hit the like and subscribe. And if you guys don't, your mom's a hoe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.